Hey there, what's going on everybody? It's Deldre. We're back with some more Fire Emblem Fates, Lunatic Conquest, and as you may have noticed, we finally have a decent looking banner here. Big thank you to Robbie. You guys may recognize him from down there in the comment section. He's drawn some fan art in the past, some really cool stuff. You know, I should just show something. I think I'll just show my favorite one, this Jill, right? This is probably the coolest Jill fan art I've ever seen, but, guy's a pretty good artist, and this definitely looks a lot better, so again, really big thank you to him. I wish I had, like, an art page or something to plug, but he doesn't have anything, so all I can do is say thank you, and I'm sure you guys appreciate this as well. As I've said before, I am not an artist, and I'm sure that that's really, really apparent by now. So before we start, I wanted to address some of the comments that I saw. Now, I read all of the comments. Obviously, I can't respond to every single one of them when there's this many, but I do read and appreciate each and every one. Lots of really cool ones down there, be it informative or just really funny or whatever have you. But a lot of people... okay, so when it comes to this game, I already know that it's going to be a polarizing thing in terms of story, especially. That just goes without saying. It's Fates. I mean, if you don't know why, if you've never played this game, well, I'm sure you'll figure out soon. But, guys, I'm not going to skip the story. I'm not going to just not pay attention to any of the dialogue or anything like that. And this may come as a shock to you guys, but I do actually like some of the characters in this game. I don't hate everything about Fates. I don't know why people got that idea that it's all or nothing with a game like this. I don't know. It just seems like with Fates, people either think that they can only hate everything about it, or they can only be in love with everything and just look past the flaws. No, that's not really true. That's not really my stance on it anyways. I think that nuance is definitely a possibility with this game. And while there are a lot of things that I really don't like, there are things that I like too. So I'm not going to just skip through the story, even though I know that some people have nothing to enjoy with this. I don't think it's a great story. I don't. But I can have fun with it if I just turn my brain off, you know what I mean? If I'm not taking this ultra seriously, I don't find that it's that frustrating to sit through, honestly. And if it's something you can't get past, I totally respect that, but there are plenty of other playthroughs that you could be watching, like low turn counts and stuff, with no commentary, no story, whatever. There's 1.5 million Fates Let's Plays out there by now, I'm sure. And this is just kind of how I do things, you know. I have never just skipped over the story just because it's not the thing I like about the game the most, you know what I mean? It's not how I've done things, that I'm not going to be making any exceptions for this either. So again, if that's something you can't get past, then hey, sorry, there are other playthroughs out there that might be more suited for you. So another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm really flattered that people seem to have this conception that I'm, like, good at this game. But I do want to point out that I'm not particularly I'm not amazingly knowledgeable on all the different little fakes mechanics. Like I screwed up right in the beginning thinking that friendship seals worked in a way that they in fact do not. So I wanted to kind of call attention to this one comment that somebody had left detailing a lot of the smaller things that I didn't know. For example, if you talk to Hinoka on chapter 4, she will give you a concoction. I never knew that. Also, another thing that I didn't know is that if you level up Kaze during this prologue section, he actually does still benefit from that, because he essentially gets 5 free levels when he comes back, no matter what level you left him at. So I think mine left at level 5, so he'll come back at level 10. Whereas if I got him up to 6, he'd come back at level 11, and so on and so forth. So yeah, giving him experience isn't a bad thing. I really enjoy comments like that. That can be informative, and what's really cool about you guys is that you never really cross into the backseat gaming territory, you know? Nobody wants to go down there and see a bunch of comments like, oh, Deltre, why didn't you do this? Why did you do that? Why aren't you playing the game the way I would have played it? You know, that's just obnoxious. Nobody likes seeing that, but you guys have never really done that, like, ever, and that's something I really appreciate as well. Finally, before we actually get into the game today, I'm shocked that you guys were so split on the Mozu or Nozu thing. I thought for sure with the track record you guys have had that you would make me use her without a doubt. Seriously, I asked for S one time, whether or not I should use her on the hardest game of all. And what happens to me? Oh, every single comment. Oh, Deltra, use S. That'll be so funny. Well, you know what, guys? It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny to kill the final boss with S. But it felt right, I'll say that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it up for like one more day. So if you guys want to see her, if you guys are really adamantly against her, let me know. And again, this is not like a hyper efficiency playthrough either. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys are pretty knowledgeable about this game too. And it's true, she has the detriment of basically costing a heart seal, which is true. It's absolutely true. But if it comes down to it, that it's just so close. If one side doesn't blow out the other, you know, if it's not an overwhelming majority that want to see Mozu, or an overwhelming majority that don't want to see Mozu, then I might just make a compromise with it, honestly. But we'll see. And if it comes down to it, I have to be the tiebreaker, I guess. Because when I checked today, they were dead even. They were dead even, like 50-50, right down the middle. Which is not what I expected at all, to say the least. And also, I take offense to the fact that some people seem to think I get off on using shit units. When have I ever used bad units in Fire Emblem? Name one time. Name one time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, we were about to go into Chapter 6. Let's just get to it. This is the route split. The path is yours. And we already know what path that's going to be. That's going to be Conquest, without any doubt. Well, any doubt. I'll do Birthright eventually. I have a few ideas that might make that more fun. But for now, dude, you're alive. They haven't harmed you, have they? Xander, I'm fine. Oh, and also somebody. I'm sorry, we'll get into it. But people had pointed out that with all the dudes being thrown around, that this game sounds like I'm playing Disgaea. Which is really funny. If you never played Disgaea, there's these race of people called Prinnies. And they basically either start or end every sentence with the word dude. It's really funny. And yeah, I hadn't made the connection, but this sounds exactly like this guy, yo. And shoot, even a character we're going to see today reminds me of this guy. Oh my god, is this just this guy across Fire Emblem? Holy crap. Xander, I'm fine. But why are you invading Hoshido? Father says it's time to show our true strength. Join us and we'll end this quickly. If we can conquer Hoshido here and now, we can avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Xander, I think I need a minute.
Stay alert.
Be careful, dude. That man is the Nohrian commander.
Big brother.
I know that, Ryoma. He is my brother, so...
Oh.
Oh, dude. I was so worried about you. God damn it, Camilla. Don't ever wander away from me again.
You have the devil's own luck.
I'm glad you're okay, dude. You must have the devil's own luck.
Yay!
He really likes saying that. Yay, we got her sister back.
Nohrian scum.
Maybe. Oh, that didn't take long. Nohrian scum. First you kidnap her, now you lie to her. Dude is my sister, not yours. You are mistaken. Dude is my sweet little sister. You may not have her.
Don't be fooled.
I feel like we've been here before. Don't be fooled by their words. You belong with your true family in Hoshido. We have loved you and raised you since you were a child. Come home, little princess. We can live as a family once more. Come home to Hoshido, dude. No, dude. Nohr is your home. Dude. Come on, dude. I don't know, Ryoma. I think Xander made a more convincing argument. Did you see Camilla? I like Camilla's design, kind of. Depending. Just too bad about her character. Am I gonna get banned off YouTube for showing this? I know that was a really big problem when the game was first released. Hopefully we're far enough out that it's no longer an issue. My family. So we have three choices here. We can defend Hoshido in Birthrights. We can fight with Nohr in Conquest, or we can join Smash. Let's fight with Nohr. Yeah. This path allows you to test your skills and devise complex strategies while progressing with limited access to experience points and gold. Is this the path you choose? What do the other ones say? Remind me. This path includes opportunities to freely accumulate experience points and gold. This will allow you to enjoy watching your own characters grow faster. Is this the path you choose? Do you think this is how Corrin thinks of it? He's like, well, if I go to Hoshido, I'll have more options and opportunities to grind, and refuse to choose a path. It is not recommended to select this path. Okay, well, there you go. Conquest it is. Chapter 6, Embrace the Dark. And believe it or not, these chapters do actually change slightly. Revelation is vastly different. But I think that Birthright and Conquest more or less play out the same here. Except, obviously, you take opposite sides. I know what I must do. Ryoma, withdraw your troops.
It can't be.
You can't mean that, dude! You cannot possibly!
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Ryoma, but I will not fight for Hoshido. How can you say that? Well, we just met about an hour ago, Ryoma. They really expect a lot from Corrin, to be honest. I mean, true they are, in fact, his birth family, or her birth family, I guess I should say in this case. But still, that would take an awful lot to just turn around and completely abandon the people that raised you all essentially overnight, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, I mean, I kind of like this scenario. Open your eyes. Can you not see how vile those Nohrians are? They're hateful fiends who wish to trample Hoshido. They killed our mother.
No.
It's not that simple. I know what the Nohrian kingdom has done to Hoshido is unforgivable, and I know now that these are not my brothers and sisters by birth. Yet even still, I must side with them. My heart won't let me do otherwise.
No.
How can you fight alongside those monsters after what they did? Now that you know of their sins, how can you possibly justify joining them? You are a princess of Hoshido. You are my sister. They are to blame for you not growing up with us as you were meant to. Do you truly mean to fight for those who stole you away? Ryoma, my sorrow is beyond words. Still, I simply will not abandon the only family I have ever known.
Everything's okay.
You did the right thing, dude. As you now know, you do not share the same bloodlines as the rest of us. But it matters not. I have regarded you as family since I first laid eyes on you. I cannot express what it means to me that you've chosen to return to us. Father will be pleased with your decision as well. Oh, I'm sure he will be. Are you certain of that, Prince Xander? Surely you must know of King Garon's attempt to murder Dude!
What?
Explain yourself, swiftly.
Listen.
There was an attack on our capital square. The explosion came from Dude's sword. If my mother hadn't sacrificed herself, she would be dead now. If King Garon truly cares, why did he risk Dude's life just to hurt Hoshido? Is this true, Dude?
Well,
It is, but I still need to hear Father's side of the story. Okay, and I'm sorry not to go off on a tangent here, but as good as this scene was up until this point, this is where it just kind of like what, Corrin? Really? That doesn't affect you in any way, you know? If your father tried to kill me, I think you'd have more than just a few questions. You know what I mean? That's why I must return home right away. I must know the truth of this tragedy.
Not on my watch.
But benefit of the doubt and all that. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad yet. I'm afraid that's not an option. Ow, dude, come on. Everyone, attack Dude. Wait, no, I'm still only level 8. I will not allow you to return to Nohr until we've settled this on the battlefield. Ryoma, please don't do this.
Show no mercy.
I can't handle this, man. If you're looking for forgiveness, you'll find none here. Insert Ike clip.
You'll get no sympathy from me.
So you wish to side with Nohr? Then first you must defeat your true brother. It is your birthright. You could even say it's your Fire Emblem birthright to fight at my side. I cannot forgive you I cannot forgive the choice you made. How dare you use the sacred Yano blade against your own kingdom? Perhaps it is a blessing that Mother isn't here to witness your betrayal. Ouch. Ouch. Come on, Xander.
Stand down.
Stand down, Prince of Hoshido. I will not allow you to cause any further harm to Dude.
I've been waiting for this.
God damn. Okay, so some of Ryoma's lines are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Order me around once more, and Nohr will lose a prince as well as a princess today. Come on, that's pretty decent. I will do what I must to awaken my sister from the spell that binds her. You bound Nohrians and brainwashed her, and I will not rest until she is free. More false accusations. You know very well she chose this of her own free will. No matter the blood that courses through her veins, we are her true family. That will never change. I will not stand here and listen to your lies. Your heart knows only deceit and betrayal. Nohrians are notorious for their cruel and cowardly methods. This is no different. But I haven't had enough of foolish words. We must resolve this with blades.
Let us begin.
So be it. I always knew it would come to this. The Crown Prince of Nohr clashing blades with Hoshido's heir. It's almost poetic.
no.
Please stop this madness, both of you. Xander, I beg of you, let it go for now. We must return to Nohr right away. There's been enough senseless death on this day. Let me know how that goes, Corrin. I'm afraid retreat is not an option. Leo, why would you say
Know
that?
This.
If we retreat, they'll think we fear them, or worse, that we coerced you into joining us. This is our chance to prove beyond a doubt that you chose us of your own volition. We have no choice but to stand our ground and fight.
True.
I agree with Leo. After all, we've done nothing wrong. Why should we flee? You're one of us, dude. That's worth fighting for. Oh, my sweet dude. Don't worry, dude. Everything's okay now that we're together again. If we all try our hardest, there's no way we can lose.
See.
Is that really what you want? Leo, Camilla, even Elise.
Come on.
If you mean to fight, then fight! Nohrian pawns, soon you shall be a mere stain on my sacred blade, Raijinto. Hinoka, Takumi, Sakura, are you ready? Uh-huh. Ready and waiting, dude. Wait, my bad. Like I'd never let them take dude away from us again.
No mercy.
Show no mercy. Now is our chance to avenge Mother's death.
I'll help too.
I'll help too. I'll do my best. Please, dude, come back to us.
You have my pity.
Fools, all of you. You have my pity. Sadly for you, my sacred blade Siegfried knows nothing of pity, only triumph. Camilla, Leo, Elise, prepare for battle.
Yes.
Oh, I swear to protect our dear dude no matter what.
Failure is no option.
You said it. Let's show those scoundrels what it means to be a family.
Yeah.
I'm ready too. Let's finish this quickly, though I'm
You
starving.
have breathed your last.
This is it. Attack!
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself.
It begins. Stop stealing Ike's lines. This map is
Allow me
really
to join.
easy. Ha, Lady Dude, apologies for the delay. I'm pleased to find you alive and well. Jacob, what are you doing here? I don't know, I just kind of wandered onto this battlefield with an accident. Ha ha ha. I've been searching for you ever since we got separated at the bottomless canyon. I was detained and could not join you as swiftly as I would have liked. But what matters is that I'm here now, ready to help you in any way that I can. Defeat 4 enemies, go. So this is gonna make me feel awful. I never feel good about this one. I really just don't. But we're gonna take Elise, Camilla, move them down here. I don't really think it matters because essentially this is gonna be played at the speed of Xander, but hey. First we have Hinoka and Sakumi, who are both really pissed. We've seen both of these guys before, right? Yeah, we do. So, and they have pretty much the same stats as they did before. You can lose on this map if you rush blindly, but you'd really have to screw up, honestly. We're gonna draw in with Leo. Why not? Why not? And we're gonna have Jacob back up dude here. I like the track that plays in the background, though. It's called Thorn and Dew. It's pretty good. I will not allow a filthy Nohrian to sully my honor. Right back at you, bud. I think that Ryoma's ranged animation looks kind of ridiculous. I definitely think that even the DS games had cooler animations than that. Prepare to pay for what you monsters have done. This is for Mother. I mean, like, I really like Lemon Sword in New Mystery. I really wish they kind of would have went that route with Ryoma, you know? I don't know, I just think it looks better, personally. Xander's is cool. Maybe it's because he's on horseback, so it doesn't look quite as weird, I guess. So we can kill Takumi with basically anybody. Oh, those hit rates aren't too hot, though. Definitely not. Well, we'll just move in with Leo. That should do it, yeah. I'm still trying to build on support points, though, because that's something I want to really pay attention to, especially considering I'm not going to be grinding for supports. So the only way I can really get them is in battles, so I have to be at least a little bit careful with how we do that. You may not have honor, but you certainly have skill. This isn't over. And we never saw Takumi again. Yeah, let's just debuff. Let's just debuff Hinoka, whatever. It does not matter. I won't rest until dude returns home. I've been training for this day. Let's see how that pans out for you. There's one. Big mistake indeed. I can summon trees, you know. So now, we can kill this guy with like anybody. Let's go with the avatar though, just because experience is experience, man. It does still count, but you can't level up Elise, Camilla, or Leo at this point. So any kills for them are kind of wasted in a way. What exactly do you think you're doing, dude? Betraying us for Nohr? It just can't be true. They must have tricked you somehow, right?
Sister.
I'm sorry, Hinoka. I can't abandon the ones I've loved all these years. It's as simple as that. Dude, say it isn't so. Dude, no way.
I refuse to accept this.
How could this happen? What have I been fighting for all this time? I feel bad now.
I'm here to help.
Oh, never mind. I feel good again. Really good level up there, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's really no point in doing anything with Elise, though, because, like I said, you can't get experience. Hinoka's probably... Or not Hinoka. What? Camilla and Hinoka have very different designs. I think that Camilla probably gets rocked by Yukimura. Most likely, he does 23. I wouldn't mind getting him over to this side. So if I give Elise to Camilla, then I can actually throw her out here so that Yukimura will come to us, and then I can kill him with Corrin or Jacob, instead of allowing Xander to do it, which is not better. It's definitely not better. So instead of having an honorable duel with Ryoma, we're gonna actually send Xander to do something totally inhumane. This battle is truly lamentable. It would have broken Lady Mikoto's heart to watch these events unfold. She'll be alright. Ryoma's like, get back here! No, I'm gonna go kill your sister. What? Yeah, it's really hard to actually defeat Ryoma with Xander, though, because of that duelist blow. He still has all the same abilities and crap, and I think he like gets progressively more buff every time you see him throughout the game, which kind of sucks in terms of actually trying to kill him. So this, I don't feel good about this, but it said defeat 4 enemies. I don't care what happens to me, but I won't let you hurt the people I love. I don't think that's really in your hands, Sakura.
Please, don't cry.
Oh my god, destroyed. I don't understand. You were fighting my brother, you dick. Okay, so sorry. With her dead though, we can now blow away Yukimura. How much do you do? I really think I want to give it to Jacob and not Corrin, so is there a way I can do that? Well, probably. And you know what? Worst case scenario, I can just kill Yukimura with Camilla. There's really no way to screw this up at this point, honestly. So here, have a tree! And then, we move you right there with Dude, and this should do him. Yeah, there we go. So not only do we get this world, we're going to get a level up with Jacob as well, which is great. I actually kind of want to level him up as much as possible while he's still a butler because his speed growth is a little bit better here. I must withdraw. Forgive me, Lady Mikoto. She's dead. She can't forgive nobody. Strength, skill, luck. Come on, dude. Irksome indeed. Where's your speed? 50%. I'm getting speed screwed, guys. Am I going to have a speed screwed Jacob? I really don't want a speed screwed Jacob. Ryoma, everyone, please find it in your hearts to forgive me. I know that as a princess... Wait, what? I know that a princess of Hoshido siding with Nohr seems like the ultimate betrayal. But I swear on my honor, I will end this war for all of us. For Nohr and for Hoshido. For you and for me. I promise you that. Until then, farewell.
Wait.
Dude!
Azura?
What the hell was that? Azura. Hey. So, you're really leaving us? Azura, Are you sure about this, dude? Once done, it cannot be undone.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but it's the only way. Besides, I've unlocked the Branch of Fate now, so it's not that big of a deal. These people, I've loved them for as long as I can remember. They're my family. I see. If that's the path you have chosen, I will not try to stop you. I'm certain we will meet again. But for now, I suppose this is goodbye. See you in Chapter 9!
Azura.
Azura. I don't feel good about killing Sakura. Am I allowed to show this either?
Oh.
Okay, honestly, I just skipped past that cutscene. I'm not sure if I can show that or not. I know that back in the day, people were getting copyright strikes left and right for a lot of the cutscenes in this chapter in particular, so if it's a little bit sparse, that is why. I don't really want to risk getting any copyright strikes or anything like that, so I do apologize. I'm sure you guys will understand. If you don't, well, hey, you can look them up on YouTube. It's not that hard. But now, Lilith, good timing.
Hey?
Lilith, milady, what do you mean? Milady, do you mean to say this creature is our stable girl? It can't be. Oh, yes. Jacob, it can. And it. Oh, she said it first. Oh my God. See, I could write this. Actually, it can, and it is. I'm sorry, milady, but I failed to grasp the joke. Lilith is a human, not a fantastical beast.
Well,
look, I know it's confusing. I'll explain everything later. Off screen, though. Come on, I want to show you something before we catch up with the others. My word! What is that light? I'll explain that later too. Probably. She doesn't explain it. Beg pardon, Lady Dude, but might I inquire what just happened? And where precisely are we? I apologize for startling you, Jacob. Please allow me to explain. For you see, this is the Deep Realm, the source of 90% of this game's problems. I see. So to be clear, right now we are in something called an astral plane. Fascinating, truly fascinating. Lady Dude, I know the choice you just made was a difficult one. From here on out, you and your allies will continue down your chosen path. I promise to do everything in my power to help you on your journey. As such, please feel free to use this astral plane to rest and prepare for battle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lilith. Your kindness and support are very much appreciated. Aw, you're so very welcome. Oh, by the way, this place is filled with dragon veins. Long story short, you can use them to customize your castle as you see fit. Let's try it right now. I'll help. Okay, so there's a few things about this. I don't want to spend the entire episode in this castle. I'd much prefer to do Chapter 7 as well, to have an actual map. But there's a few things I still want to explain here. In the astral plane, you can use dragon vein power to create new buildings. Let me show you how. First, select buildings from the menu. Next, select build. Then choose a building. In other words, choose the staff store. Finally, place it somewhere on the castle grounds. Oh, my house is over there. Let's see, we got rubies and cabbages. Ugh. So we built the staff store. It's exactly as easy as it looks. And that's where you're going to be doing the majority of your shopping. And it's how you deal with like foraging and other things like that as well. Well done. After you place the building, you can visit that location. You can build your castle bit by bit the further you go on in your adventures. Eventually, it will truly reflect you and your personality. A fort, dude! Kinda arbitrary, but I like it at Why am I in Lilith's voice still? It's kind of arbitrary how you have to be a certain point in the game in order to unlock better staffs. Or like better items and stuff. I mean, gameplay-wise, obviously it makes sense. But what about this place? Like, what's the difference between a level 2 staff store and a level 1 staff store in universe? You know what I mean? Like, why is a level 2 armory suddenly able to give me like steel swords and levin swords and all this crazy stuff, but a level 1 armory doesn't? Like, I guess I'm thinking about it too hard. That's one thing that I really don't like about this system, where there's a lot of really cool things insofar as like customization, and you're kind of able to choose your own progression too, which is also cool. But but considering everything that this game struggles to do, I feel like just simply putting armories and shops, smithies and vendors and all that good stuff in actual towns, but base those towns on the system where you can like walk around and crap, that would have been smarter to do. Because it's sort of like two birds with one stone. You still have that progression, whereas you get further into the game, you unlock better stuff. But then you can also use that to tie back into the story and advance the world as a location, you know what I mean? It's still a cool idea, but I just feel like with the way everything else around this is handled, it probably does a little bit of harm in some areas. With that, I'll take my leave.
Allow me to explain.
I'm here to help you with building and other requests, Lady Dude. And yeah, you talk to Jacob there, and he can allow you to further upgrade and customize your castle and whatnot. So first thing we're going to do, actually, you know what, the most important thing that you have to do as soon as you get your mod castle, you got to talk to Jacob. He's going to give you the moonlight. That's a random item. I'm not going to be using any of those. I'll be selling them, in fact. But as I was saying, the first thing you want to do is you want to talk to Jacob. You want to go to castle settings. You want to change the music. Okay, then you go to road taking. You select that, and then it doesn't really do anything in terms of gameplay, but you'll be happy you did. Trust me. Now, this ruby mine here is random. So is this cabbage patch down here. This is another thing I don't like. Not necessarily in terms of replayability and crap, because in that sense it makes sense, I suppose. It makes each castle feel sort of different. But the problem with this is that these things are used for forging and the mess hall respectively. Now, I forget what rubies actually do. Let's just get them. You get rubies, they regenerate over time. So rubies are actually used for forging lances, so that's not bad. That's not bad. I would have preferred axes. But lances is okay. But the cabbages are awful because they boost your res through the to the mess hall. Now, we don't actually have the mess hall yet, so this doesn't come into play. But there are several other items, one for each stat, barring HP. And if you were to get something like strength or speed, you're already at such a huge advantage compared to anybody else who gets something really bad, like Cabbage Patch for res, which is probably one of the least useful stats that you could possibly boost. So that is really lame. Now, you can actually get the other items, but it's random in the case of food items, and for forging items, it takes forever and a day. Because essentially, for every 5 gems you have, you can convert that into another gem. It's... We'll get more into that when we actually get the forge. But I do like a lot of the things with the Mod Castle, again, I say, but this is one aspect that I really just cannot stand. I just can't stand it, because it just puts you at such a huge disadvantage if you get a bad one like I kind of did. The lances are okay, though. Other than that, there's the private quarters, which I don't really care about. I don't. And there's this crystal ball, which lets you get all the path bonuses and crap. You can see just how ridiculous this is. By the way, people were saying that Dreadfighter and Darkflyer aren't that broken. Really? Really? Are you sure? Are you serious? Let's just look at this real quick. So here's my stats right now. I can use swords and dragon stones. Now, if I use the Dread Scroll, my stats all become a lot better, especially my speed, my resistance. I actually lose a little bit of luck, which is funny. But now all of a sudden I'm God, and I can also use daggers and axes on top of that, so I can attack at 1 to 2 range. I can use hammers for generals, so they don't even have that issue like they do with echoes, and I still have my sword rank. So basically, I get a giant boost to my base stats for absolutely nothing. This is free. You just get this. Or let's say I'm a magic Corrin, and I use the Ebon Wing. Now all of a sudden, well, okay, if I'm a magic Corrin, realistically I have like 15, 16 magic as a dark flyer. And that's really broken with 14 speed at this point in the game. You one-round everything. It's ridiculous. And this is a good character. Could you imagine if I took this and put it to somebody who isn't already really good? They get an even bigger boost. Like, relatively speaking, somebody like Mozu, who is basically infamous for this crap, if given the Dread Scroll, becomes God. And one of your best units immediately. And it's free. It costs nothing. Nothing! At least heart seals cost money. There's an opportunity cost there, but these are free. So yeah, that's why those are banned. There's also some other stuff, and yeah, people did make a slight correction. You can get dragon herbs in the main game, but you can only get one. Is that they're really hard to come by. You can get dragon herbs. You only get the one, like I say, but you can get them, and they boost all stats by 1. And you can get boots. You get 2 of them, in fact, potentially. But they're still just so broken to have at this point in the game. It's ridiculous. So that's why those aren't being used. And there's also like visit bonuses and crap. I don't have any points for that right now, but hey, just trust me, you can get some absurd items through that. Oh, and another thing. These classes also have really broken abilities. The Dreadfighter gets like some insane damage stacking thing that gives you like +7 just for attacking. And Dark Falcon has Gale Force, which is nerfed in this game, but it's still really good. It no longer works with pair-up. That's the only nerf. So essentially you have to be flying solo in order to use it, but it's still Gale Force. Which, if you didn't play Awakening, Gale Force allows you to get an extra move if you finish off an enemy. So yeah, really broken. And that's not even to talk about classes like Witch or Ballistician at this point, which would be really good so early in the game. Or, what's the other one? Great Lord, which has some nice abilities too. Yeah, just all the DLC classes are really, really goddamn good. Way too good, in my opinion. And of course, last but not least, we have the supports. So we're gonna do these, and people had asked who I'm gonna pair Dude with. Probably Jacob, because 1, I like him. I've liked him like ever since I played the game for the first time, because 1, he's an asshole, which is amusing to me, and 2, I think that his voice when he gets a really bad level up is funny. Like, he doesn't even say a line, he just makes noise. It's like, oh! He goes, oh! It's really funny when he gets like a +1 level. But, now, Jacob, can we talk? I made up my mind about something. Of course, milady. I'm yours to mold to your whim. What's the issue? Well, the truth is... Please do not hesitate. You have but to ask, and I will assist in any way imaginable. For you, Lady Dude, I would walk through fire and ice. This sounds a lot like Sirius with your name. Actually, it's pronounced Dude Day. That was the funniest comment somebody left in the last part. Like, it's not pronounced Dude, it's Dude Day, and we're just saying it wrong. It's a Hoshidan name, you see. I would charge into an army of faceless if you asked of me. I would manually extract the fangs from a dragon's jaw to prevent its biting you. Oh, thanks, Jacob. This isn't really anything like that. I remind you, Lady Dude, that my talents are not limited to the battlefield. I can cook, clean, sew, smith, demolish, or bricklay, anything you may require. I know you're extremely capable. Please forgive my immodesty. It is of course thanks to you that I am so accomplished in the butlery arts. Now I feel as though there's nothing you could ask of me that I couldn't perform with ease. Jacob, would you just shut up? Let me finish! I couldn't wish for a better butler than you, Jacob. I know I can count on you for any service, big or small. And yet you clearly have something to tell me that you believe I won't want to hear. I want to be independent. Independent? I don't know the meaning of the word. Out of the question. What? What do you mean out of the question? I'm an adult now. I shouldn't need your help all the time. And hey, aren't I supposed to be the boss in this relationship? Yes, but that's not until the S support. Your authority has limits. Among them, you may not deny me my reason to live. Reason to live? Aren't you exaggerating a little? Not even slightly, milady. When I was first sent to serve you, I was incompetent to perform even simple tasks. The other servants shunned me, since I invariably created more work for them. You were the only person who took the time to talk with and encourage me. I will never forget the kindness you showed me, and I will be indebted to you forever. Well, when you put it that way, I see your problem. But on the other hand, I want to be able to do things myself so I can help the others. A noble goal, but not incompatible with receiving help yourself from time to time. Alright, you made your point. Let's compromise. Teach me how to make a good pot of tea. Tea? Why? I want to learn to help everyone, including you, Jacob. I want to be able to make tea for the person who takes such good care of me. Is that acceptable? Jacob? I'm so touched. Seriously, I could cry. To think that my liege, Lady Dude, would feel this way about me. Very well. If you insist on this act of wanton domesticity, I will not stop you. Really, that's great. I shouldn't have to ask permission, though. But, okay, just cut me off. But we must be cautious. Tea is dangerous business. Make it only when I'm nearby. You got it. Let's find some tea leaves and get started. Thank you so much, Jacob. You're the greatest butler in history. My word! I hope nothing ill comes of this arrangement. Lady Dude has no experience in the kitchen. Things could get apocalyptic. Couldn't be worse than Rinka Man. Dude and Jacob have received level C, which as you may recall is going to boost our strength even further if we pair up with Jacob, which is cool. Definitely good. Now, is that everything? Oh yeah, there's also Lilith's temple, and I'm just going to give her the cabbage. You feed her food and she levels up and can help you out in defense battles, which will periodically show up where you have to protect your castle. It's kind of cool because it really is. It's like a defense chapter where you have to protect a certain siege point, and you can play them to get more experience and droppable items and crap like that. So yeah, they're a good idea to do those as they show up. And essentially, Lilith gets a perfect level up every second level, but the item you give her in the off levels will determine her level up. So if I give her this cabbage here, she's going to get 1 res. And the other reason you want to do these besides to level up Lilith is because for every 3rd level up that she gets, I believe, she gives you a gold bar, which is not worth a whole lot. It's worth 300 gold, but on Conquest, that actually does mean something. So I'm going to be feeding her whenever I get the chance. I'm always grateful for any food. I'm sure you are. Oh, I missed that. Can I not? Oh, I can't see what she said. Well, we'll be seeing this a lot. Okay, so one last thing though. The reason you want to get this stat store first is because this will allow you to buy tonics right off the bat. And tonics are pretty good items. They cost 150 gold each, but they raise any one of your stats by 2 points each. So like, the speed tonic will raise Corrin speed by 2 points, for example. The only exception is the HP tonic, which gives you +5, but they only last for 1 battle, so they are temporary boosts. I'm gonna buy 1 speed tonic, which should get me through this next fight pretty easily. You could buy the armory first, but the stat boosters are just so good. Even if they are temporary, it's definitely worth it. But the thing is, you don't want to just buy all of the boosters for every single unit because money is tight, and even if they only cost 150, you want to use them for hitting benchmarks, essentially. So, for example, if I know that I need to hit a certain amount of speed in order to double things, that's when I want to use a speed tonic. I don't want to just have a stock of them because that just eats through your cash. which is useful for a lot of different things. Ah, Garon, he looks happy to see us. Cool. I think we made the right choice, guys. I'm feeling good. I've returned home, Father. So you have. Word of your work on Hoshido's precedes you, son. What I've heard pleases me. Your efforts to vanquish our enemies will not go unrewarded.
Very well.
Thank you, Father. There's something else. I bring good tidings. It's about Dude. She's already safely returned to us. Our family is whole again. Huh? Dude has returned.
Yes.
Hello, Father. Nice to meet you. What are you doing here, girl? Why did you come back?
Huh?
Father,
Father,
how could you say such a thing?
Listen well.
Do you take me for a fool, Dude? No, just a dick. My spies are everywhere. I know you've been at Hoshido Castle this whole time. No doubt their filthy queen filled your head with all manner of secrets about your birth. A poor little princess of Hoshido, abducted at a young age by the forces of Nohr. You are surely now aware that the royal family of Nohr is your enemy by birthright. Okay, yet you came back all the same. I cannot help but wonder why you would choose to help us in our conquest. An interesting revelation indeed. I'm sorry. Smells like treachery. Betrayal. She's surely sided with the enemy.
B?
Could it be she's planning to assassinate you, King Garon? It's only logical.
It can't be.
No, how could you say that? I would never do such a thing, nor could I. It's true. That simply is not possible.
What?
Oh, how can you be so sure? I expect less sentimentality from a future king of Nohr. I have proof that Dude's loyalty still lies with Nohr. Although it was her first true battle, she fought off the Hoshidan army all alone.
Big brother?
Xander, that's not exactly— Ah!
Hush.
Shut up, Dude! Don't say a word. What's more, I saw her elect to return to Nohr with my own eyes. We all did. Because of that choice, Prince Ryoma grew angry and tried to kill Dude. If she were a Hoshidan spy, why would she risk her life for us? Why would she alienate herself from the Hoshidan royals by protecting us? A convincing story. But it proves nothing. This whole thing could be an elaborate ruse.
Silence!
Silence, Iago! As Crown Prince of Nohr, I swear on my honor that it was no act. You weren't even there, you fool. How could you possibly know what transpired?
Enough.
That is enough, Iago. Your words have been heard and considered. Dude, where's the sword I gifted you with you before you left?
Well,
That sword. It broke while I was in Hoshido. It exploded before my eyes. If the Hoshidan queen, if she hadn't sacrificed herself to save me, I would have died.
I see. How very touching.
Father, I must ask you something. Did you give me that sword knowing this would happen? Was it planned? Dude, I don't think now is the best time to bring that up.
no.
No, I must know. For myself and for the innocent Hoshidans who were killed. Father, please tell me the truth. Did you plan that explosion? Did you raise me as your child just to send me with that sword to die in Hoshido?
No. That sword is just a sword. I know nothing about this attack of which you speak.
But didn't you just say you had spies?
Silence!
But Father, that's kind of dumb.
I gave you my answer, girl. I won't say it again.
Oh.
Still doubting the king, are you? Those Hoshidans really got under your skin. King Garon, I think it's safe to say we have a dirty Hoshidan spy on our hands.
I see.
Sadly, I must agree. Now that the war between our kingdoms has escalated, I have no choice. I cannot allow this little problem to go any further than it already has. Xander, kill Dude. That's an order.
What?
What? Please don't. I paid $35 for this, man. Father, stop this madness. I beg of you. Please, no, don't hurt our sister.
I'm afraid that's not
That's
possible.
enough, princess. It is not your place to question the king's decision. Not even a queen would be able to overrule a direct command from King Garon.
Do it.
Xander, you have your orders. No more stalling. Proceed.
I won't do it. I'm sorry, Father.
Oh.
Aw, what's the matter? Don't have the guts? Or is our own crown prince also a traitor? He is defying a royal order, after all.
No.
Stop this. Xander is not a traitor. Father, I'm the cause of all this. All will be well if I just disappear, correct? Please don't bring Xander into this. I'll do it myself. Father.
So, you're willing to trade your own life for his? Fascinating. In that case, I shall allow the great Anankos to decide your fate. Now would be a good time to start praying.
Father?
Father, I don't understand.
Quiet, children. I will now seek counsel of the sacred mystical dragon, Anankos. He alone shall decide Dude's fate.
King Garon, you can't be serious. Are you feeling well?
Huh?
Hey, Iago's questioning him. What's wrong? How come he gets a free pass? The mythical dragon, Anankos.
Mighty Anankos, I call upon your wisdom on this day of reckoning. Grant me a vision. Show me the way. Understood. It shall be done. Fate has smiled on you today, young dude. As decreed by Anankos, you shall be accepted into the Nohrian royal family.
I didn't hear anything. Do you want to join us or not? Father, Thank you.
What?
King Garon, this is preposterous. You did the right thing, Father. We're all eternally grateful.
Listen well. Not so fast. Before it can be done, Dude must first pass a test.
Well,
A test? What kind of test?
Anankos decrees that you must first suppress the Ice Tribe's rebellion. Once you have gloriously fulfilled that obligation on behalf of Nohr, I will welcome you back to the fold as my daughter, and all will be as it was.
Suppress the rebellion? That's oddly specific. What does the dragon god want to do with politics
Yes.
anyways? Well, I understand, Father. No matter what, I won't let you down.
Don't worry yourself.
You'll do great, Dude. I'll prepare the troops immediately. With our army at your side, you will make quick work of that little rebellion.
You know it.
yeah, you can do it. I'll go along too so I can heal you if you get hurt.
You fail to understand. The task at hand. To fulfill the wishes of Anankos, she must perform this task by herself. Dude will vanquish the tribe alone, without the help of our troops.
What?
What? Father, that's not possible.
It can't be.
Father, be reasonable. Attempting to end this rebellion alone is suicide. I can make a comment, but I won't. To even get there, she must first pass through the woods of the Forlorn. It's too much to ask of her when she's still so inexperienced in the ways of the world.
If that is so, then kill her now. I will not tolerate insolence.
Understood, Father. I apologize for my outburst.
Big brother.
Don't worry, Xander. I'll find a way to do this alone. Somehow. Do you remember when Leo said I have the devil's luck? It must be true. He keeps saying it, so I swear to you, I'll accomplish this task and return home without fail. If you'll excuse me, I must go make the proper preparations for my journey.
Very well.
Dude, may the gods be at your side.
Do not fail me. I have high hopes for you, dude. Do not let me down.
Yes.
I won't, Father. That's a promise. And with that, we have our mission. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I am sure it will be just fine.
I'm so evil. Excellent. All is going according to plan. She has already left all alone, just as Anankos ordained. No traitor of Nohr shall escape justice. Did somebody say not yet? Even if she begs for the sweet release of death, I won't allow it. She must first live long enough to lose all hope and learn the true meaning of pain.
Why? So, it is true. I should have known. Father intends only to make Dude suffer. In that case, I know what I must do. I mean, there's a lot I can say about that, but I think mostly it just speaks for itself. I think it's kind of silly, just in general, and I could probably just leave it at that, and I think I will. But you can see clearly that siding with Nohr was the right choice, obviously. You can see how well that worked out. And that does kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, where I feel like, although I do sort of like the contrast between Nohr and Hoshido, it makes them each feel distinct and all that. But the thing is, it definitely makes you feel a lot better when you pick Hoshido, where everybody's all happy, they love you, they're glad you're there. Whereas when you go to Nohr, and what's the first thing that happened? Your father orders your execution. Like, there's contrast, and then there's just whatever this is. So, these are the woods of the Forlorn. I can't make it through here. I'll never reach the Ice Tribe. If I can't make it through here. I wonder if I'm even going the right way.
I've never had to go it alone like this. It's a lonely feeling. Ahem.
Oh.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, Lilith. You're absolutely right. I'm not alone at all. I have you. Thank you for... I'm sorry. Thank you for looking after me. Having you here makes me feel a lot better. But enough fooling around. I must fulfill Father's command. Otherwise I betrayed my birth family for nothing.
I'm sure we'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen in the woods of the Forlorn? Which I will say is an awesome sounding name, but...
Wow, it's pitch black in here. This isn't gonna be easy, huh? It's so dark. I could be walking in endless circles for all I know. Oh, what to do? Wait, Lilith, what was that? I think I heard something. Oh, is that a faceless?
No.
I can't believe it. I had no idea there were faceless in this forest. This is bad. Who could have seen it coming? The woods of the Forlorn sound like such a lovely place. I can't run away, though. I must make it through here no matter what. That means there's only one option. I'll have to fight my way through.
Shouldn't be a problem. I double these guys, so, you know. Good dodge, good dodge. Oh, Corrin, kicking ass.
Wow, such power. I'm out of my league. I have no choice. I'll have to use my Dragon Stone.
Not a bad choice, not a bad choice, but we're a strength, Corrin, so...
Damn it, I'm surrounded. I'm in deep trouble now. There's no way I can transform in time. Maybe if I'd stop monologuing.
Oh! Get some.
Now,
Begone, vile beast. Dude, are you okay? Thank heavens I've arrived before it was too late.
Jacob, I'm fine thanks to you, but what are you doing here?
Oh, you know me.
much obliged.
I apologize for the shock, milady. I was worried sick and I just had to check on you. They say the spirits of the dead inhabit this forest, searching for fresh souls to take. I simply could not allow you to face such horrors all by yourself. It's not easy to do something behind King Garon's back, but I managed. In any case, Flora, Felicia, and I were all reassigned to the castle after you left. Those two should have no trouble covering for me in my absence, so all should be well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. It was very kind of you to come after me like you did. But are you sure this is for the best? According to that dragon, I have to do this alone or it doesn't count.
How does he know? I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't think through the consequences of my actions. This is all my fault.
It's okay, Jacob. Anako's just said I have to beat the Ice Tribe by myself. We're not even there yet, so I bet this is fine. Besides, I'd be dead if it weren't for you.
Thank you, Lady Dude. It's an honor to serve you. We're making a lot of assumptions here.
Uh-oh, looks like we have more company. I hate to ask for your help again so soon, but would you mind lending a hand?
Yes.
Certainly. You only had to ask. I refuse to let you die in this horrible place.
Understood.
Same here. Now let's take care of these. Let's take these things down and get out of this creepy
You may
forest.
rely on me.
As you wish. Leave it to me. And leave it to Jacob we shall not, because I did not buy a heart seal for him. We'll be good. So, this map is... it's not too hard at all. Not too hard at all. So, on Lunatic mode, these guys have the Grizzly Wound skill. Grizzly Wound. Enemies lose up to 20% HP after any combat with this unit, so that is both combat that they start and also combat that you start, as opposed to the other skill that some of these guys have. Poison Strike. Poison Strike. Enemies lose up to 20% after any combat this unit initiates. So specifically, when this unit attacks, they lose 20%. As you can see on Lunatic mode, it's combined with Grizzly Wound, which is ridiculous. So they hit you, they deal their damage, and then on top of that, you also take an additional 40%. We already kind of talked about this a little bit with the seal skills, but these two abilities also will only apply if the enemy survives the round of combat. So if I kill these guys in a single round, then these abilities just don't activate. They don't matter. They're essentially pointless at that stage. I will say it's really devious that there's a few of these guys that just chunk you for 40% of your HP no matter what you do. So it's really important to be able to get rid of these guys quickly and safely, otherwise you're going to have to constantly stop and heal, which is bad. Because as you can see, we're surrounded on multiple sides. And you have only Jacob and Corrin to deal with here. The boss is down here. He's pretty scary himself. He has Savage Blow, which again only deals 20%, and it only activates when he starts the battle, but it deals damage to not only the person that they attacked, but any foe within 2 spaces of the unit himself. So he can do like an AoE attack, which is pretty dangerous, and he also has Wary Fighter, which means you cannot double, but neither can he.
So it's a double-edged sword, can't be doubled, can't double. That doesn't count for brave weapons. Brave weapons still get 2 attacks, but you can't double with a brave weapon either. Anything else really special? No, these guys have 9 speed, which is kind of important. And yeah, these guys have seal speed, which is just obnoxious. These guys are by far the scariest of any of the faceless on this map. There's another one down here if you can see him. And they're both paired up, and both partners of this pair both have the seal speed ability. So, again, you gotta take down these guys quickly. If you can kill them before this goes off, though, that helps out a lot. A lot. Because losing 6 speed is no joke. It's gonna make you susceptible to being doubled by even these guys. If you're not careful. Now, something else about the auto, since we haven't had a chance to see it yet, it has 8x85 hit and 1 range, and it also gives +1 speed. But it also reduces your defense and resistance by 1 point if it's in your inventory. Actually, no, excuse me. If it's equipped, it reduces your defenses, but you just need to have it in your inventory to get the speed, I believe. Maybe that's something else. I don't know. Somebody probably knows. But I do know that you get benefit from the auto just by having it, so there you go. Now, we never gave Corrin that speed tonic, did we? No, we did not. So we want to do that first of all. And by pairing her up with Jacob, that's going to put her up to 16 speed, which is just enough. These guys have 11, she has 16, which means we double. I don't think I mentioned this specifically by this point, but the doubling threshold in this game is actually 5 points, which in terms of balancing around the pair-up mechanic makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. It was kind of weird going from Awakening, going into Awakening from the older games, due to the fact that in the older games it's 4 points of speed most of the time. But it makes sense, because with the pair-up mechanic, you can easily boost up your speed. So they tried to make it a little bit more fair in that sense.
That went well.
That went well for sure. So, this is where Strength Corrin kicks all kinds of ass. Yeah, eat your heart out plus speed, Corrin, guys. Yeah, they said plus speed is so good, but no, look, because Corrin has plus strength here, I can easily one-round KO these guys. Oh gosh, excuse me. I have more than enough strength, and this is good, believe it or not. I actually want Corrin to get her ass kicked a little bit. But yeah, because I have the plus strength, I'm actually more suited to be doing this than I would be with plus speed, because plus speed is going to struggle to one-round KO these guys. Yes, you can buy a strength tonic, but it's really those paired up faceless that I would be worried about in case of plus speed. Now, plus magic is a little bit worse off here. Somebody had asked, like, how would this stack up if you were plus magic? You're worse in this chapter because you are probably not going to be killing the paired up faceless, honestly. It has its advantages, though, I'll say that. Just not here. They're not backing down. There's no end in sight. I hate to say it, Jacob, but we're wildly outnumbered here. We need a plan and fast. Hello? Or hello? Hello? Did you hear that? I think someone's calling out to us in the distance.
Listen up!
Hey, dude, over here! Oh, finally caught up with you. You're faster than you used to be, you know.
Well,
Thanks. And you would be? It's me, Silas, your best friend. Come on. It's been a long time, dude. You're a lot taller. It makes me so happy to reunite with a childhood friend like this.
huh?
A childhood friend. I'm really sorry, but I'm drawing a blank.
Need to talk?
So, you've forgotten about me, huh? No worries. It's been ages. We used to play together. You always said how badly you wanted to see the world. So one day I made us a picnic and snuck you out for a few hours to explore. I even packed your favorite meal, vegetarian chowder. Okay, that does not sound like me. Glad I did not name her Deltre. Or Deltra. I knew taking you beyond the walls was forbidden, but I also knew how much it would mean to you. The guards tried to execute me when we returned, but you wouldn't let them do it.
Oh,
No, it can't be. Silas, is it really you? Of course I remember you. I swear. This is like running into somebody you haven't seen since high school, and you're just like, oh, yeah, hey, you. I can't believe it. It's been a lifetime since I last saw you. You look so different.
Yes.
You too. I wanted to visit, but I was banned from ever returning after that. I became a Nohrian knight so that one day I might be able to see you again. And here we are, in the middle of one of your messes, just like old times. If you will allow me, I would be honored to fight at your side.
you.
Silas, thank you. You really are a sight for sore eyes.
For me.
Hold your horses. Dude, I'm here too. God bless you, Elise. Elise, you came as well. Of course. That's what sisters are for, right? No way I was gonna let our new knight come to your rescue without me. I'm here to help you, dude. I don't care what Father thinks. Thank you, Elise. That means so much to me. Anyway, back to business. Silas, you're a real dummy, you know that? Me too.
leaving a cute princess like me behind while you forge ahead. Shame on you. I'm sorry, milady, but time is of the essence here. Don't you have your own retainers to look after you? Speaking of which, so this is kind of a little bit of a random tangent, but you know that map with Hinoka and Sakura, right? Somebody had made a comment pointing out the fact that, yeah, those two, they have retainers. Where were they? How did they? You know what, man. Well, yeah, but don't change the subject. Speaking of, they should be here soon.
No way.
So what you're saying is you left them behind to forge ahead, right?
You know it.
Right, exactly. I don't see the problem here. Elise, you are adorable. Go easy on Silas for me, okay?
And 2 new units. 6. So Silas is really, really good. I did not pull up his growth rates because I'm ass. Okay, so here's Silas. As I was saying, he's actually a really good unit, but let's just start with his growth rate. So he has 50% HP, 60% strength, 5% magic, 60% skill, 50% speed, 55% luck, 50% defense, and 30% res. So as you can see, he has really, really good growth rates all around. Really, really good growth rates all around. He does have a little bit of speed issues, potentially. 50% growth is fairly good, but this base could stand to be a little bit better. So honestly, if you get a speed screwed Silas, I can understand why you're not going to think he's as good as I do, but to be fair, on average, he turns out to be a really, really good unit. So not only does he have solid growth rates all across the board, but he has this ability, Vow of Friendship, which in the early game is absolutely insane. It gives him +3 damage and -3 damage taken if Corrin is at less than 50% HP, which, considering Corrin sees a ton of combat, is really, really easy to do. So that's +3 damage right there, but he also comes with Elbow Room, which gives him an additional +3 damage. I'm pretty sure we've seen Elbow Room before, right, on Gunter? So in total, if Corrin is at under half HP, Silas gets a flat +6 to all of his damage. Like, always, basically, unless you stand on a terrain tile. It's kind of funny with Elbow Room because you tend to want to avoid terrain tiles, right? And as for his spare bonuses, he gives 1 strength at level C, 1 skill at level B, 1 speed at level A, and 1 strength and 1 defense at level S. So spare bonuses are fairly balanced with a little bit of a bias towards strength. Now, I'm definitely using Silas. I'm definitely using your boy, you already know. Alright, and he also reclasses into the mercenary line, by the way. Now, let's start kicking some ass here. Let us go. So ordinarily, Silas would do 12 damage if Corrin were at higher HP, but since Corrin is under half right now, we're going to attack with Silas first. This is something I always recommend you do, even if you're going to end up healing Corrin on that turn, just because it's free. It's free damage, essentially. And considering the way that things worked out, I am probably just going to heal up Corrin here. Okay, so this is something that hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I DC'd my mic. So yeah, I've been talking to myself. I decided to just like redo it. Corrin didn't get her ass kicked this time, which sucks actually, because as we've already covered, Silas has that Vow of Friendship. So something actually pretty interesting is that Silas does 12 damage a pop to these guys, right? Which isn't all that interesting by itself, but in combination with Elise's ability, which will boost strength by 1 to any adjacent ally, he can actually still manage to 2-round KO them so long as he's standing adjacent to Elise, which is really nice. So we can do 12 damage there, get the healing with Elise for the experience because we want to level her up. Didn't really talk about her ability. Yeah, you can see it right here. It's really good. Lily's Poise grants adjacent allies +1 damage dealt and -3 damage taken. So it's good. Yeah, I like her ability. I like Elise. She's good. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. But yeah, as I think I was starting to say, well, I guess you guys will never know, but as I was starting to say, I promise, I like to have Corrin and Jacob pretty much take the left-hand side all by themselves because you really don't want a turtle on this map. It's the last thing you want to do. You're just going to end up sandwiched in the middle of everything. Now, I actually didn't attack there because I still want Corrin to get her ass kicked. And if I do things this way, there's a chance I can get hit twice, which is what I want. There's one. And now, of course, I'm going to block one of these attacks with the shield gauge, but ideally, one of those other two faceless is going to connect. Oh, baby. More of that. We have a really good Corrin, guys. This is disgusting. You can see the Corrin's really good, right? I don't think that needs to be explained. So we're going to get this block here, and then on the next faceless, we should even build up yet another shield. And I'm going to do something so that I can preserve that because I really don't care about this last phase because I double him naturally now. He's no longer paired up, so he's not getting any kind of bonuses, so I don't need Jacob's help. Corrin, come on! Of course she dodges every attack. That sucks. That really sucks. I need Silas to get buff. I don't need him to get buff because, again, Elise is buffing him up enough to the point that he can still take this faceless by himself. It's just that he's taking more damage than he should be, basically, which is, that's one thing. And the other thing is that eventually I'm going to want him to start dealing some significant damage to these guys. So if Corrin can kindly cooperate here, it's kind of weird. You don't normally hope to take damage in other Fire Emblem games, but just the way that the abilities are in this one means that sometimes it can be a good thing, which I kind of like. There goes that grisly wound. And 2 more recruits. And I love this guy so much. It's team up time. There's nothing to fear. Arthur is here. The allies of justice have arrived. I'm sorry for letting you slip away, milady. Evil never rests, and nor should I. So, funnily enough, with all the Disgaea comments, I can't be the only one that is immediately reminded of Captain Gordon, right? Like, this guy is exactly the same person. His voice is even so similar. They're both on and on about justice, and I find both of them hilarious. Elise, I was so worried. Thank goodness we found you. I never really cared for Effie's voice, I'll be honest, but she's cool otherwise. Please don't sneak off again, especially when we're all supposed to be resting. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm a real handful, huh? I'm sorry I made you worry. I was just too excited to see Dude again.
Oh.
Finally I have the privilege of meeting Elise's retainers. Thank you for coming.
For justice!
For justice! Where injustice dwells, you're sure to find me. I can also be found wherever Elise is. I would have gotten here sooner, but I fell into a swamp, and then a bird stole my map. And then another bird stole my backup map. Let's just say it was an ordeal.
You know.
Oh, Arthur, that is so you. He has the worst luck. I see. Well, all that matters is that you're here now. I didn't fall in the swamp like Arthur, but my armor did hold me back. Being an armor knight sucks, man. Maybe I packed too many training stones into it before I left. Effie is super strong. She's amazing. She's all right. Oh God, I can hear it coming now, man. I can hear the comments. You seem to have some really special retainers, Elise. With all of you on my side, I know we can make it through this. Thank you, all of you, for putting yourselves at risk to come to my aid.
You know it.
Sure thing, but Xander really is the one you should thank. He went behind Father's back and sent us all out here to keep you safe. Xander. Well, I certainly can't die before thanking him. All the more reason to prevail. All the more reason indeed. Okay, let's start off with great justice here. King Arthur himself, man. I love this guy. He's just so funny to me. I know it's like the bad luck is his main defining thing, but I find it hilarious. I honestly do. So as a unit, he's pretty decent. Yeah, he's decent. I don't want to call him great necessarily, but as a berserker, he can kick some serious ass, or even a hero if you want to avoid his sort of glaring issue. He has 1 base luck, meaning that he is susceptible to being critical hit all the time. But not only that, he has the personal skill Misfortune, which decreases the critical evade of nearby enemies by 15%, but it also reduces his own critical evade by 5% at all times. And with 1 luck, that leaves him being susceptible to being crit left and right if you're not lucky. Not only that, but even though his stat spread sort of works out to be amazing as a berserker, especially in combination with his personal skill, berserkers have a flat critical evade penalty in this game of, I believe, 5% or maybe even 10%, but I think it's 5%. So in total, Arthur is getting 10 critical evade. He's getting a 10 critical evade nerf as a berserker, which can sort of turn off less risk-averse players, or more risk-averse players, I guess. Other than that, I mean, I love this guy as a character. So there's that at the very least. Now, as for growth rates, your boy here at 70% HP, 65 strength, 0 magic, 70 skill. Wow, that's really high. 50% speed, 10% luck. Oh man. 50% defense and 20 res. So as you can see, he's actually a fairly tanky guy. I guess that's sort of to try and make up for the fact that he can be crit so easily, but honestly, a crit's gonna do him in no matter what. Even if he starts to get a bunch of defense, I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to survive a hit from a strong attacker in this game.
That's just kind of the thing with critical hits in Fire Emblem. They're much, much worse when they happen to you than they are when they happen to the enemy. But overall, Arthur, pretty good unit for a lot of things. I don't want to say he's necessarily the best combat unit, but he comes early enough that you could use him easily. And his pair of bonuses are kick-ass, too. So he is heavily focused on strength. At level C, he gives 1 skill. At level B, he gives 1 strength. A, he gives 1 strength. And S, he gives 2 skill. But the fighter pair of bonuses itself are very good. By default, the fighter already gives 4 strength. So in combination with, like, let's say, an A support with Arthur, he's giving 6 strength. And I believe 2 speed as well. Let me look. Yeah, it looks like 6 strength and should be 2 speed. Let's just check. Yep, so it's a really, really good pair up. Almost anybody can appreciate it, and you don't even have to get S support to get the full benefits. So even if you don't want to use them for, like, fighting and whatnot, you'd be crazy to not at least use them in the early game for some sick pair of bonuses. Now, Effie, a unit that I'm sure that a lot of people want me to say is good. She's okay. She's not horrible. She's usable. She's definitely one of the best armor knights in any Fire Emblem game. But that doesn't make her great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one to say it, man. She has good stats. She levels up fairly easily. And if you were going to be an armor knight, one of the pair-up games would be the game to do it in. Because if I wanted to, I could, for example, hop over to Silas and then temporarily boost my movement that way. Or at least I could boost her effective movement range. She can promote into a Great Knight, so if you can get her there, you can stop dealing with this 4-move bullshit that is not enough in any game intelligence systems. God damn, I don't know why they hate Armor Knights so much. She has the ability Puissance, I believe that was how you say it, which gives her 3 extra damage if her strength is 5 or higher than the enemies, which is almost a given with her growth rates. Speaking of which, they are as follows. She has 55% HP, 80% strength, 80% strength, 0 magic, 50 skill, 55 speed, which is high for an armor knight, but that base though. 60 luck, 55 defense, and 30 res. So I feel like a lot of newer players see that 55 speed growth and see that 80% strength growth and just assume she must be amazing. But the speed base is awful. She's like always playing catch up. She is always playing catch up unless you get insanely blessed with her speed or favor her with speed wings. Or give her all the best speed pair-ups, which other characters really want too. And she's an armor knight at the end of the day, so if you want her to get anywhere, you still have to pair her up with somebody else. And her pair-up bonuses aren't terrible. They're definitely not terrible. 2 strength and 4 defense can be handy in a lot of situations. I'm definitely going to be using her for that here. But at the end of the day, this is still a 4-movement unit, guys. Yeah, you can get her to Great Knight, but you could have done the same amount of work to anybody else and gotten them up to promotion just the same. Like, I could give that same exact amount of favoritism to Arthur, but he'll be doubling things, and he'll be destroying everything if I choose to make him a berserker, or he'll be fairly survivable if I choose to make him into a hero. And Effie would be survivable, but if you do make her a Great Knight, that means she's weak to not only armor-slaying weapons, but horse-slaying weapons as well. And there are entire classes in this game that just straight up have a horse-slaying effect. So, she comes early enough, though, that a lot of that can be completely avoided if you just funnel experience into her. And she comes before Chapter 10, which is a great opportunity for any character to get a whole bunch of favoritism and experience and whatnot, because you have to, spoiler alert, it's a defend map, so you have to survive a certain amount of turns no matter what. So if you're there, you may as well grind up a unit you like. That's how I look at it anyways. So Effie, not bad, but not as good as people say. That would be my overall feelings on her. Now, I'm going to move forward here. I'm going to separate from Jacob. Now, the reason I'm doing that is to preserve the shield gauge for later. Every turn you don't get into a battle, the shield gauge deteriorates by 2 points. And obviously, every time that you expend the shield gauge, it resets back to 0. But because I have separated Jacob and Corrin, their shield gauge is still active, essentially, so they will be able to retain that for when I pair them up on the next turn, and it'll be at 8 points, sure, so it won't be entirely full, but that still puts me closer to where I would like it than if I were to let it completely deteriorate back to 0 by taking that hit. And I also want Corrin to get attacked here anyways. It does suck that I moved on to the forest, but I also want to head back this way with them, also considering that there's no more enemies on the left. Now, Arthur is actually exactly the same as Silas in that he deals 12 damage to these guys normally, but if he's next to Elise, he deals 13, so he can actually 2-round them. He can 2-round them easily. So Arthur's going to be putting in a little bit of work here. Come on, hit this 48, dude. Please let him hit. Please let him hit. I'm begging you. Yes! Oh, man. So now Silas has God mode activated, basically. Yeah, take out that trash, Jake. Whoa! Good night.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. I wish I could get more experience on Jacob here. That's also something I want to try to do. Now you can see Silas is doing huge damage. 15 damage. We're not even doubling. And that's really, again, that's Silas's big thing. I'm really hoping that he gets good speed levels. And one thing I didn't really mention is that it's true that level ups are fixed on Lunatic mode, as we've covered, but that only takes effect on the character's join map. So if Silas gets a really bad level up here, let's say, and I really wanted to, I could reset the map again and try to get a better first level up for him. I'm not going to be doing that, but it's something you could do. And good night. He does so much damage. So much damage. I know Effie's supposed to be the power character here, but Silas is actually stronger. I just want to throw that out there. Now, we're going to do the same thing, and I want to move. How do we want to do this? Okay, so I want to separate these two. I want to separate these two again, I think. Yeah, I do. And we want Jacob to be closer. We want Jacob to be a little bit closer so we can deal with these faceless as they come. Now, Effie's going to not be able to get a dual attack with Silas here, of course, because these are paired up. But I want Effie to take the hit because I want to preserve Silas's speed. I want to preserve Silas's speed still. So we can go in with Arthur again. Because he has the highest HP pool as of right now by far. Oh, by the way, he also has the HP plus 5 ability, which does exactly what you think it does. And speaking of HP, I haven't really mentioned this by this point, but you may have noticed the HP growths in this game are ridiculously low for the most part. Arthur's is the best at 70%, whereas in like the Game Boy Advance games, for example, fighters would usually have upwards of 80, 90, sometimes even 100%. So it's very noticeable that HP is now an actual stat, instead of just being a dump stat that you're basically guaranteed to get on every level up. So, oh my god, Effie! That might be okay. It's not okay, is it? That's not okay. Oh man, that threw me for a loop. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I was definitely not ready for that.
Justice
What did I miss there? God damn, no, that threw me off, man. Here I was, I had this whole flow. I guess I can just finish that thought. You might notice the HP isn't a dump stat though, and it becomes very noticeable because in general, HP values tend to be low, except on a few characters. And I kind of like that in a sense, but what that does is it actually just makes defense really, really valuable because you can still reduce damage to near 0 levels. Oh, maybe Silas can bail me out. Maybe Effie gives 2 strength. 13 plus 3 is 19. Well, plus 6 is 19. So in essence, I'm adding 8 attacks, so I'll have 25 attack. Let's say I debuffed him. Let's say I debuffed him with Jacob. So minus 3, so I'm doing 18. Does Jacob deal? Probably not. Deals 13. I can have him deal up to 5. I can't believe Effie missed that, dude. What was the percent of that? 91. I can't believe she missed. That's actually kind of screwy, isn't it? That might actually be the end of me. I'm just avoiding the inevitable now. I don't know how I'm getting out of that. Even Arthur can land his hits. Come on, Effie. I guess Silas has to bail. Oh, that makes me mad. Why did that have to happen like that? And Corrin can't double these guys naturally. And I was really counting on not missing a 91, goddammit. I still have the vulnerary though. Yeah, I still have the vulnerary, so I guess we're doing this and feeding everything to Corrin. That blows, because Silas wants experience, obviously. But nope! Yeah, so I guess this doesn't even really work. Oh, this doesn't work at all. Effie, you had to miss that? Really? On this guy, the most important one? So, the Fates RNG begins. I mean, now I lose. Well, I don't lose, but this becomes really frustrating. Yeah, because these guys have seal speed, and now I don't double or anything. I didn't account for the shield gauge. That's on me. I still think that I need to send these chumps to the south now.
Guess I did it right.
Can Silas kill this other faceless, or what? No, I killed him with Arthur, so I guess... Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, let's just separate these two. I can heal up Silas now. Yeah, I can heal up Silas now. And I wanted Silas next to Arthur just to get the dual attack off. For whatever that may be worth. Not in range of the boss. Yeah, we're not in range of the boss. Corrin's not going to be able to kill these guys, like, with any kind of quickness now. That's what's actually frustrating. I don't think that I'm in danger of dying because of what happened, but I'm just in danger of taking forever. Man! I'm hoping that Jacob can actually kill that last faceless. I don't think that he can, because I wasn't really counting on him needing to. But we do some really good damage right here, so there's always that. There's the level up for Arthur. Let's get a good one, man. Man, Arthur really is an unlucky dude. You see that? He's around for one map and everything goes to hell. Can I? Oh, I can. I can kill you. I really want to kill you with Jacob because, I mean, Corrin can't double these guys at this point anyways, so whatever, right? Maybe I don't lose a whole lot of time for this, but I need to lead with Jacob at this point anyways because Corrin's about to die. That said, I think if Jacob kills this guy, debuffs the next guy, then Corrin will be able to kill him, and then by that point we'll have another gauge. I think that's how this works. I dare not do that. Now as for you... Huh. Well, I'll feed this guy to Silas. That much seems like a safe bet. And I imagine that the boss will go for Arthur because... Just kill me. Actually, just kill me. Crit Arthur, please. No, I'm dead ass. Just crit Arthur. Please, just crit Arthur. This went so poorly. Just crit Arthur. Well, Silas is at literally +7 defense right there. Due to vow of friendship as well as the woods, so he's fine. Just crit Arthur. If I use the hand axe, no, he has wary fighter. That's right. I was gonna say maybe I'll get double, but I shouldn't. In fact, I can't. The only thing is that I'm gonna lose 5 HP from this. Now, do I take? Nope, I'm good. So I can't actually attack with the hand axe here, and I will. I will do just that.
I'll do my best.
This map is depressing. I didn't like any of this, man. I really didn't. I guess if I was really thinking about it, I could have tried to make sure that Arthur had his iron weapon here just so that I wouldn't be in risk of missing. Oh, we don't miss, though, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. At least, like, let Jacob get speed on his next level up. Give me something, man. I didn't really need that awesome Corrin level up, not with Silas and Arthur getting screwed. Come on, speed, dude. You haven't hit it yet.
Well, irksome.
Irksome indeed. This is not my map. Why am I getting so screwed? Well, we're just gonna have to make do, honestly. Hopefully Silas's next level ups are gonna be better than that, but that was just abysmal. after I was hyping him up so much too. Anyways, Corrin can kill these guys easily. Easily, and she's gonna have to kill both of them. Not a problem though, not a problem. She can do it. We did get experience on Jacob, which is good. We're gonna need to get him up to like level 15 or so eventually for him to hit his final form. I'm doing only 8 from there. If I move here, I should do 10. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I'm getting 1 from Elise, but I'm losing 3 from being on the woods. Remember, again, elbow room, man. Elbow room. Really, really good ability. Now, Arthur... Well, I guess we're committed now. I was going to say, I think that Arthur should be able to take a hit. He should be able to take a hit if I heal him, and indeed, he can. So we're going to put this guy in range of Silas, or attempt to. If I miss, I am still fine because I'll have a gauge. It just takes longer if I miss, honestly. We don't, thankfully. And of course, he's going to be lowered, but again, we have a gauge, so it's fine. And we can take this guy out right now with your boy Silas, who is pretty far from a level up. Yeah, he's not going to get it from this. No way. That first level up on Silas really makes me mad. I know, I'm bitching about it. Sue me. That was bad. Did you see that one skill? Are you kidding? And down he goes. Without too much of a fight. But I got robbed of so much experience on Silas because if he missed, I got horrible level ups all around. And Jacob still hasn't hit speed. It's going to be one of those playthroughs, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it. But all right, we are done here. Level up for Corrin. Level 10 already. She is so good.
This is my chance.
Oh, man. Skill luck, res. In fairness, your other ones were good, but still. Anyways, Chapter 7 goes down in 9 turns, but seeing as to how I know this one has gone on for quite a while, we're going to save the story for next time. We're going to call it here, so thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed our little romp through the beginning of Conquest here. Not too bad on Chapter 7, not too bad. The level ups were awful. The level ups were absolutely awful. But as a map, I don't think this is too bad. You just have to be a little bit aggressive. Again, if you can kind of see how many enemies there actually are, considering how many things we had to kill. With Corrin in particular, things that I would have rather not killed with her, but it is what it is. But the trick is to just be aggressive, like I say. The more you turtle here, the harder it becomes because you end up getting trapped in this middle section, kind of where Corrin is standing right now. In fact, you don't want to be trapped there because then you're being you're essentially being assaulted from 3 sides. And it's a lot harder to deal with that than it is to just go on the offense and take the choke points for yourself. As I tried to do, it didn't quite really work out as well as I was hoping, but it worked out well enough. And insofar as how long that took, I'm fairly happy with that, but the kills could have been distributed a little bit better. I really want to use Silas. I like Silas, and I like his daughter too, so... Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned the kids are in this game, huh? Well, there are kids in this game. Anyways, like I say, that'll do it for me. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Once again, though, Bozu or Nozu, man, we didn't really hit a clear, we didn't really reach a clear answer on that. So let me know. Anyways, guys, see you later. Peace.